season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Rebels will put it away to start the game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The give to the back. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. They're coming off an appearance in the national championship game last year, and you know they're looking to get back.
Yeah, they're motivated to take the next step. And, David, they feel like they've upgraded to several key positions this year, hoping that they can take it that one next step and win the Natty this season.
Yeah, it was one thing to get there, but, man, do you get even hungrier when you got there and you had to watch the other team celebrate? So a good chance to take out some demons, start this year off good, and maybe forget about last year's finish.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking for a man. It's Marshall. Got it in the middle. It's Clark. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. The Rebels want to crank the tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Talking to coaches coming into this week, one of the big priorities, we got to protect our quarterback. Last week in the loss, we gave up 4 sacks. Right here, another sack early in this football game. So far, not protecting their guy. Need to do a better job.
Looking for a gap. It's Riley. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
He made that look easy, but it's not. I think one of the hardest things to do is tackle these quick, shifty wide receivers in the open field. Nice job getting that sucker on the ground.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, Early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Washington. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Finding open areas. Got the first down and more. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Offense ready to go back to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Looking downfield, it's Marshall. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job being the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. He's got it. Makes a move. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He lets it fly. Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Give to the running back. They'll stop him at the 22 after a 5-yard pickup.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Marshall. Going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Rebels line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Calls for the fair catch, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. The only thing I can think is he just didn't see him signal for the fair catch. That's an easy call for the official, and they'll accept the penalty. Off-play action on first down. He rifles one deep down the middle. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Longhorn! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Houston is on a tear right now. Almost reminds me of the days of the old run-and-shoot offense there at U of H. They're up 14 over Georgia Tech. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. Running to Green. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back. You better block the defensive end. That's priority number one. Good job blocking the defensive end. Get a nice positive game on the toss point.
Now the play fake. Fires to the tight end. Still running at the 40. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make...
Breaks into the open. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
So as a QB, when I'm running the option play, my job is to basically block somebody. How do I block somebody? I run at that defensive end, and I make him commit to me, and then I pitch the football. That's how I do my job. I get it to the running back, and now it's his job to go make things happen out on the perimeter away from all the bodies.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. The corners are walked up tight. Scanning the field, it's Marshall. Skips away from pressure. Touchdown, Rebels! Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's a really nice play call that time by the offensive coordinator because you just had an explosive run getting you down close to the goal line. I think everybody on defense was expecting them to just turn around and hand it off again. Not the case. Now you go pass. Really nice catching the defense off guard, and they get the touchdown. Bang, bang, 2 plays, 6 points on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The option look. Now the pitch. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Catch in the middle, it's Riley. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Using his legs, it's Riley. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Wide receiver comes in motion. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Dropping back, it's Marshall. Working that left side now. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, then you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick 6. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
It's picked off, and another empty drive. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel in the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
There he goes. The 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
And how about this offense? Man, they must have used fall camp perfectly. Coming out firing on all cylinders, smooth, in a rhythm. Great start to the year by this offense.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And after having a nice gain like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Tight end now in motion. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Marshall. Fires left. Makes the grab. It's Stockton. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Riley. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Rebels are rolling down the field. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Here's the pressure. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. And the Rebels send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, they start the season as the #1 team in the country. You want to talk about having a bullseye on your back from day one.
Yeah, bullseye, but that also means you're really, really talented, and you're thought highly of. So this roster, it doesn't take a backseat to anybody in the country. Starting the year #1 is a great thing. That means you got talent, but how do you take this season, and how do you take step one today?
And that's the job of the coaches, I think, is to deliver the message to your team. You've got to prove it. You haven't played anybody yet. You haven't necessarily earned that #1 in front of your name. So here's your opportunity. A lot of fans watching. A lot of people excited to see just how good you really are.
Wants to fire on second down. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. Turning it on! He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker out.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sacked first down, you've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pocket breaking down. Snags it inside the 20. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. The Longhorns started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got his man quickly.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. He might want another play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got it still on his feet. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive of the game.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Rebels will call on their punt team. Wants to return it. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Texas offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll try the run. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The running back has it. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through.
Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. The run from the shotgun. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground. Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Splits the uprights. Good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the move kind.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. The delay of game pushes the offense back. They'll give it to the back. Makes a man miss. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Just feeds the running back. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
They'll go to the ground.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but I hate the play call there. It's 3rd and long. You're in your own end of the field. That's a play. You got to throw it. You got to trust someone to make a catch and go make a play. You're trying to catch the defense off guard. Nobody falls for it. It's just a bad play.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Wants to bring it back.
Return goes out of bounds.
First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. The lone back's got it. How about that play behind the line as they lose 5?
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Marshall. Gets it out fast. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch.
Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Man, those hurt for a defense because you got them in 3rd and long, right where you want them. You're thinking pass, pass, pass. They sneak the run in there. Now they got a 4th and short situation. First thing, I'm always watching the football. Now getting ready for the run game, the short passing game, the play action game.
He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, David, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting push and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
They'll put in play from the 41 on first down. The give to the back. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give as they work on that clock. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Second and goal for this offense. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Quarterback takes a knee. They've converted 3rd downs all day long, and now a chance to get a touchdown on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. And on 4th down, they'll come up and take a knee.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And the quarterback's just going to take a knee.
Defense is totally ready in this situation, too. Because of the field position with the offense backed up, they know they're going to try and run the ball, buy themselves some real estate, but they ain't having it. Lots of bodies in the box, close to the line of scrimmage, and they generate a TFL.